Okay, so the first thing I want to be able to do is to show you how to record a voiceover on PowerPoint, and there's three little bits that this is going to show. The first one is, if we go into slideshow, we can rehearse with Coach. So this is useful. It doesn't record you absolutely at the beginning. This doesn't create your final thing, but it gives you some indication. So for example, let's get going. I've just clicked it, opened up down here, we've got start rehearsing. So I click start rehearsing, and now you can see down at the bottom the slide is number here is ticking along nicely. So that's my title page, and I want to move on now. Let's go to the second. So this is the second part. Why would we use a multimedia presentation? And because I'm trying to sell it to you, because you have to do it anyway. One is because if you don't, if it's traditional, it's like being in a graveyard, and if you do, it's like a carnival. And can you see down at the bottom there, this cheeky little machine told me to talk a little bit slower because I was going too fast. Okay, so types of multimedia. This is the next thing we've got on a slide. What do we mean by multimedia? We've got text, we've got animation, we've got video, we've got sound, we've got graphics. All of those will constitute multimedia, and they may all play a little part of your thing. And then we've got other advantages all here. Okay, oh, I'm off to a good start. Thank you, Coach. So our other advantages, your voice is prioritised, it's prominent. So now this thing is beginning to bug me a little bit, but I see what it's doing. It's giving us some good advice. You might like this, and you might find, you know what, Coach? I'm with you. I might just throw my computer out the window in a little minute. There it is again. Love it. Thank you. Great. So what we've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little advantages to doing a multimedia presentation. Have a read through those. We'll do them in this session. And then last of all, be adventurous, because multimedia, it's crazy. I'm not using any fillers like just to say. Right, okay, so that's the use of the Coach in the corner. Great, ain't it? So let's end. So how it ends is it knows when I've got to the end of my slide. And then, well, no, it actually doesn't. Okay, so I've done now. Right, so I think, there we are. So there's my rehearse again. So what I had to finish the slide altogether, not just get to the final slide. So this has told me things like how long it took me, how many slides I used, how many words a minute. My pace is just right, so that's nice. I'm using too many ums, even though I don't think I was using as many ums as it thought it was using ums. I've got a low pitch variation, so I need to increase that for key points. And originality, yeah, that seemed okay. And repetitive language, I didn't do that. And inclusiveness, also that's lovely. So I don't know what it was basing any of that on, but there you are. You can do this before you do any recording. So I haven't got a recording right now, but I have got some advice from the machine about how to do what I do better. Thank you, machine. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is recording a voiceover on PowerPoint without now the animation. Remember, this is both of these things are in the slideshow there up at the top. So this is the slideshow option. This one I'm going to record now. So we go in, we record, right, I'm going to clear timing on current slide, clear timing on all slides. So, right, I'm at the beginning, and I want to go into here. I can see myself up there where the camera is. I have clicked blur background so you can't see into my very opulent, quite beautiful and probably intimidating library. Greek statues alike at the back of me. So I've blurred it to stop you being freaked out by my opulent wealth. And at the top there, I've used the built-in camera from here, and I am going to click record. And you can see what will happen for you. If you choose this option, you are down there in the bottom. And if you don't want to be down there in the bottom, you can click the camera and you won't be on it, but I can still hear your voice. Don't click that as well. Because if you click that as well, I will either be able to see or hear you. So whether this is multimedia or not, I don't think it will be, will it not really? Okay, let's get going. So we've got a little timer taking us down. Now recording is in progress. Everything I'm saying now is on. At the bottom here, I can choose some of these little things, little markers. So now I can do a little bit of writing as I'm going through. So remember this, you know, the doctor often surprises people. Surprises me, but there we are, we have it. It's hard work. So, recording a voiceover on PowerPoint. That's what we're doing. We're in our slides. We want to come down the bottom. What happens when I click that? Nothing. We move along beautifully. We know the old gag. Why use a multimedia presentation? Because we want our presentation to be like a carnival, not like a graveyard. Types of multimedia. This one is video, but it's also using sound. And you can see that I'm doing little elements there that for your reader, for your viewer, for your marker of these submissions, they're going to like seeing this perhaps. I'm not going to use graphics. And I'm not going to use animation, although I actually love animation. I am going to use these three though, and I'm most interested in video. So that's going to be my number one. I'm just doing this to show you that it's possible. It's absolutely useless in this particular context. Okay, so the other advantage is your voice is prioritised and prominent. You as educator are all over this, big and loud and nice and lovely. And then you're enhancing your skills using technology enhanced learning. Here, you're learning how to do a voiceover on PowerPoint. You're increasing the shareability of your work. So this can be shared with students, it can be shared with colleagues, it can be shared with peers, it can be shared with me as your grader, of course, so there we have that. You've also got transferable skills that you can then show your students in the future, who can then show their students, who can then show you, and we can have this ongoing dialogue of using technology in different ways of showing our information. And we're also doing more. We're exploring the ways that people learn and teach, not just through written assignments. We've done plenty of those. And even though when they've got research involved, like the action research, we're still writing, still doing a written report. Here we've got sound, video, animation, anything else you want to bring, anything else you want to add to it. And that allows you to be adventurous, get excited, do something lovely, and end the module with a smashing, beautiful moment of life. So, right, so now we've done that, and we end our show. And you can see now that what we have is the show completed, and right down in that bottom right hand corner, we have got, I'm going to click that, nothing. We move along beautifully. We know those dulcet tones, meaning it's me. So when we come over here and we want to save it, we're going to save this now, and we can save it as voiceover on PowerPoint with voice. And it's a different file than the one I had earlier. I'm going to save it in this PGCE file I've got, and we've done it. And I've got it, and then I can just upload that, send it to your marker, which will be me. It could be your observer you want to share it with as well, but you know you've got it. So that was me without the video, although it was, if you remember rightly, all we needed to do to get the video was to unclick that. I can't do it now because this one's a finished deal, but you know what I mean. We can share that and have the video on. Okay, so now there is another way of doing this, and that is to just go into insert, and then at the top there in the right at the right hand side of the toolbar, we have got audio. So we've got audio browser, audio from file, or record audio. We click record audio, and then over here on our right hand side we have got the button to click, and it will start recording. I can't do it on this one because I've already made it. So you've got under slideshow, record slideshow, and you've got the rehearse with coach, and remember how well that went. It'll go for much better for you, and if you don't mind being told off by a machine, well, fill your boots, that's all I can say. Otherwise, go to insert. We've got audio over here. Click on there, and we want to record audio. We'll click that button, and then we can do it in time. Both will be beautiful, and both will allow you to make a multimedia presentation and meet the criteria for this assignment. Thank you.